Button,
And we're good?
and we're good to go.
Okay.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is 8:01 by my reckoning, so that means it is a time for another episode of a Real Talk with the Simpson family. Hello, I'm Ian. This is my lovely wife.
Rachel?
We are Ian and Rachel of Big Family Life in the Simpson Family Home and 4Fs in the Simpson Family Home. The 4Fs representing faith, family, food, and fitness. Faith, because we believe we can do all things through Him who loves us. Family, because aside from God, there's nothing in this world more important. Food, because food is medicine. And fitness, because we believe overall wellness can be achieved by maintaining and achieving a strong mind, soul, and body. So we are back tonight, apparently doing a pajama edition.
It worked out that way.
We're doing a pajama edition. See, today was run day on the fitness tip. Today was run day in the Simpson family home. So Dad was feeling a little beat up after my run this afternoon. I thought that, you know what, I'm just going to throw on some pajamas and just chill for the rest of the day. So, I can do that because teamwork makes the dream work. And if I'm like down or a little bit under the weather, somebody else is going to step up. So it's all good. I could do that. And I think that Mom just, saw that I was rocking pajamas and was like, yeah.
I gotta do pajamas
I
too.
got the pajamas. Besides, you look so dang cute in pajamas, so it's all good. So once again, this is Real Talk in the Simpson family home, and this evening we gonna have fun. We gonna have a lot of fun. This evening's before I get into that, I'd like to tell our couple of visitors who might pass through, pop in from time to time over the course of this broadcast. I'm running through an app that manages the different platforms that we broadcast to. So while I can see that a visitor is here, I can't necessarily see who it is unless you send me a message, and that way I can give you a shout out and say thank you, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for coming in and stopping by. So yeah, tonight we gonna have some fun. The topic tonight is drum roll.
Interracial relationships.
Interracial relationships. Yeah, we know a thing or two about interracial relationships, huh, baby? Mm-hmm. We know a little bit about interracial relationships. I think we are qualified to speak on this topic. So we gonna go ahead and speak. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, it's something that we actually have a conversation about probably every week.
Mm-hmm.
One to kind of, between him and I, or it's like what we experience outside in the world. Since we've been together, I've noticed just different things, different responses, different reactions, depending on who I'm interacting with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more body language and eye contact and facial expression. Because that's how I read people, is by their body language, facial expressions, and yeah. So I can feel people's energy. So that's how we deal with, interracial relationships, but also with our children. Because they are of mixed
ethnicity, if you want to call it, biracial, yeah. Whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. So we see a lot of differences. However, more similarities than differences, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you want to hit on first?
No, I'm gonna jump right in, and I'm gonna jump right in and ask this question, right? And I should have put this. I really should have put this in the headline for this episode because it's relevant. Can you be woke and still, or can you consider yourself woke and still? Because I used to hear it all the time. Can you consider? This is when I used to consider myself woke. I'm no longer that. However, can you still consider yourself woke and date outside of the culture? All right? Can you consider yourself woke and date outside of the culture? I want to touch on that. I want to touch on it's seemingly more okay in the culture for a black guy to date a white woman than it is for a black woman to date a white man. It's seemingly more acceptable, and I'd like to touch on that double standard. Yeah, because it doesn't. Yeah, Go.
No, and then I wanted to touch on when you have biracial children, as a parent, especially what I've witnessed and experienced is that the other parent is not respectful of the other person's culture. That's what I wanted to speak about too.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to raising children, because you're looking at the two different cultures, but you're not honoring the one culture, especially if they identify as being either indigenous or black or whatever, right?
Right. Now, let me clarify that statement you made. Let me take a quick second and clarify it. I think what I'm hearing you say is that not necessarily biracial co-parents like bio parents, however, more so in our situation where one half of the bio parents is in another location. We come together as a blended family, and now we have in the home, we have children who are biracial, black and white, if you would, and we have children who are indigenous. And so then what I'm hearing, what you're speaking to now is the other set of parents not respecting the cultural differences within the home now, as the family unit presents itself now, not necessarily what it was previously. And it's not necessarily us having issue not respecting each other's culture.
No, it's the outside,
Right,
because
okay.
what I see is that, and it's not even when you have children who are biracial. I'm just talking about
Blended families.
no. I'm actually talking about when you have a child. Not even not in our experience, but when we're outside in the world, and you see children who are biracial, and you have maybe an aunt or somebody who's with that child,
Okay.
and they're unable to like with the hair,
Right.
respecting
Gotcha.
the child's hair, especially in our culture, hair is very important. And with what I've experienced with the boys is that like the texture is so different.
Absolutely.
And so I'm learning, and I've been doing my reading and making sure that the boys have what they need for their hair. So it's that respect that especially when you're going into a relationship, that you're aware and you're actually putting forth that effort into learning how to care for that the child's hair or the child to be.
Yeah, you got to kind of meet them where they're at, and because I mean, for me, speaking on my own lived life experience, right? I said to you initially that I would never raise another man's children, and what I meant by that is not simple. It was it was one of those statements within a statement, because I didn't mean it literally. Right? When I said that I would never raise another man's children, I didn't mean that, oh, yeah, you're going to have to get rid of them kids, or or they're going to have to get a name change or anything like that. It was just like, once I make that commitment, they mine. Right? That was it. That's it. They're mine. I don't consider them to be another. They're mine now, right? So.
And we don't do the whole stepchild or step parent thing. Because
brother or yeah.
Yeah, I just find that in our culture, either you're our child or you're not.
And we Jamaicans, so I mean that's right in line with what we do. Like, I mean, Jamaica, we got cousins and nieces and nephews living up in the house, and I mean it's just like it's just family. That's it. It's just family.
Yeah,
community.
there's no.
It's our village.
Yeah, it's just another way of labeling, and so that's where we see a lot of cultural similarities, especially in our home, and so that's how we raise our children. So it's being respectful of everybody, so everybody in the home, and we're all considered, or they are all considered brothers and sisters, not step brother, or they're all equal. We actually put in that effort to not separate the children. So even when we're speaking about our children, it's not my kids or his kids.
Yeah.
It's always ours, because
we don't do that.
We don't do that.
We intentionally. I mean, we're family now. And I will say this. Baby and Brooke call me dad. Right? Those are the two youngest. And they baby tried it on first. She tried it on for her 7th birthday, and she tried it on and decided that she liked it. And then Bucky followed suit on her 10th birthday, and around there. And the thing is,
Yeah.
is that I didn't ask. I graciously received that. I mean, I accept that. I received that. I own that. That gives me great joy. However, Ryder, Phoenix, and Jasmine still just call me Ian, and that's fine. You know, I mean, I'm in it to where whatever their comfort level is. Now, those three might never call me dad, and that's okay because I don't need them to call me dad to know that they love me or to validate their love for me. I don't require that, and that's really important. That it has to be on their terms, right? So they have a voice. And I might have learned that. I think I learned that from my mom, my own mom, who passed when I was very young. A long story. I mean, my bio mom is still, God bless her. I love her. She's in Toronto. However, the mom that raised me, she passed. God bless her. She's in heaven. She passed when I was very young, and she taught me that because my childhood was like I was alone for a lot of, you know. And then when I was, because they had to come, the family had to come here and adopt me, right? That's just, it's complicated, but whatever. My dad married her, and for a lot of years she was just Auntie Stella. And I remember when they came back to Jamaica to come and get me, I distinctly remember this. I was lying on my Uncle Socket couch, and she was rubbing my head. She was rubbing my head. And, you know, she had just said to me, you know, you call me auntie for a while now, so it's up to you. If you wanna, hi Angie, God bless you. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you for stopping in. God bless you. And she was like, it's up to you. But if you want to call me mom, you can call me mom. And once she made it my choice, I was like, because the last one had tried to force me to call her mom. That's the lady that was taking care of me. And I was like, and no. I was like, nah. She tried to beat it out of me. No. That was the only victory I got with that one. But I mean, once my mom said that it was up to me, I was like, oh, that's easy. That's easy money. And mom. Angie, what we talking about? You were adopted.
So first, she wants to know
What are we
are you
talking
talking
about?
about? So yeah, we're talking about interracial relationships. So that's relationship between him and I,
Right.
and then
All interracial.
around.
Yeah. I was adopted. Technically, kind of, sort of. It was an adoption in Toronto. However, my bio mom and dad never married. My dad married my mom that raised me. And then when they came to Canada, because of I wasn't, we came on her papers, right? So because I wasn't her child by birth, she had to adopt me and go through that process legally here in Canada. And so while that was happening, I was back home in Jamaica. And initially it was all good because I was with from Monroe College. Hey, Tony, how you doing? Her mom had designs on the money that my dad would have been sending to care for me. So she brought me to the city, and that was horrible. So yeah, adopted, but only in the sense that it was a legal technicality so that I could be brought to this country. Yeah.